How do you exactly ensure that your tech, your startup, your software won't fail in the production environment? See, everything is very happy and fun when you are in the development environment, in your local host. As soon as you move to the production environment with thousands of users coming in, you see problems that you can't contain, things that you can't solve, and you get stuck. Because until and unless you know how to test a specific thing, how to track it, you can't improve or take action on it. I am not talking about writing unit test cases or CI/CD pipelines. That is important. But you should also know how to exactly track your server, your APIs, your code, your load, your CPU, your memory. And after you do these things, then you exactly know where your software will go wrong. So today we will be learning about that. Those who don't know me, hi, my name is Rohan Girdani. I have been a tech consultant for past 11 years, and I only do one job for the startups or companies, is to ensure that their tech and their software doesn't fail. So let's get into the topic and see what we are here for. So this is the software health monitor that I personally use to testify my tech, my softwares with the startups, with the companies, and to ensure that they don't fail. So let's see what kind of test I am talking about. So as you go into the software health monitor, these 18 tests would ensure that you are on the top of your tech. So first is the code quality test. Now what is code quality test? You do the code coverage, the unit test cases that you are writing is just the simple part of a code coverage test. That's it. So you are only writing the unit test cases, which is your code coverage test. What about the rest of the things? Let's move forward and see. Stay till the end. I'll exactly tell you how to conduct each of these tests. And if you like this video, make sure you share, you like, and you subscribe. So the next is the defect density test. How many defects are there on 1000 lines of code and how to exactly test that. That is for code quality. Talking about system and API performance, you will see response time. How quick is your system? How responsive is your system? How fast it can respond to a query asked by a customer. Then your throughput, number of transactions that it can take in a given time. Then latency, delay between when the request was received and when you sent the response. After API error rates, how frequently you get errors in your API and if they are dealt properly or not. Then comes the reliability test, that if your system is doing well or not, specifically your server. So the percentage of time when the system is available, that is known as uptime test. Mean time between failures. So how much time do you take between failures to again fire up your systems? Talking about load balancers, things like that, auto scaling. Then mean time to recovery. If there is a failure, what is the time to recovery? How fast we can recover? How fast we can recover? So you actually intentionally turn down your systems to exactly see that. Then comes the scalability test. Now see, each test won't be, so you don't have to use all the tests entirely for your softwares, but you have to select the specific test that would be applicable to your environment. But this software health monitor covers all the tests. So then comes the scalability test, the load testing. You put load on your systems again and again with multiple requests to ensure that your system is not failing when the users are coming in. So let's say you have 10,000 users in your software coming in. You will test this system with 10,000 fake users, not manually, by automated process. I'll teach you how. Then comes the horizontal and the vertical scaling test. If it can go horizontal or vertical scaling can be done properly. More servers could be fired up, turned down, or the space can be increased, things like that. Then comes your security test. How vulnerable is your software? The number of vulnerable detections it can do, and you can easily find these sort of tests online, even free of cost. Then comes the incident response, time taken to resolve that security incident detection. When you recorded an incident, what time did you actually take to resolve it? That is known as incident response time. Then you see, you have code quality, system you did, reliability you did, scalability you did, security you know. Now what about deployment? Frequency, how often your code is being pushed to the production. If it is too frequent, you need to be careful. You need to be careful because too frequent pushes That means you are not testing it enough, or you are not passing it through stages. You are directly going to production again and again, and there is a high chance of failure. After that, the success rate. What was the success rate of each deployment? How many times did you have to do the rollback? That would ensure how is your success rate for the production environment. Then comes the technical debt. Now, what is technical debt? Technical debt is going back again to your software and doing all of the stuff again, rather than doing it in the first place that you needed to do. So the code complexity, how complex is your code? What is the refactoring rate at which you can easily refactor your code? Then comes the development velocity, lead time to changes. How frequent are you pushing the code commit, and what is the time between commit and the deployment? So you exactly know what is the difference in between. So you can cover that, you can optimize that process. Then sprint burn down. I think this you all know. Now, keeping it a very short system. Now you would be asking, Rohan, okay, fine, we understood the software health monitor, but how to exactly implement these in our softwares? I have a surprise for you, my friend. You see, if you haven't followed me on LinkedIn, go to my LinkedIn profile. That's my LinkedIn profile, Rohan Girdhani, the tech doc, and it's Rohan-Girdhani. Add me. As soon as you add me, you will given an option to subscribe to my newsletter, the Tech Saturday. In this Tech Saturday, there is an article, Coding is Easy, finding when the problems would occur and how to deal. I would put the link in the description so that you can easily follow through. In this, I have covered the exact software health monitor on how to do each of the tests, step by step. Now you don't need to even talk to me. Just go in, show it to your team, work it with your team, and tell me the results, how it helped you. You see it as code quality test, how to calculate things, even how to do load testing, exact steps. So you will find all the tests that there are and you can do it easily. Now, what is stopping you? See, these tests are very important because it is important to understand when things start failing. Your business hurts, your customer hurts, your team hurts. So it's very important to be proactive in these tests and apply these tests when you are developing your things, rather than, pushing it and then coming back and then doing all that stuff again and again. So that was it for this video. Apply the software health monitor and let me know what do you feel. Thank you.